Hi guys, today we're doing breathing, or what we call pranayam. This is a science. It is so complicated and so complex that it's gonna take us forever to actually go through this, and probably renders a completely different program. But I'll give you the basics so that you understand what we do in majority of the kriyas. Usually we breathe with two main breaths: long deep breathing and breath of fire. We'll go through them specifically, but I want to mention one thing, something that made a big impression on me when I was learning about Kundalini Yoga back in previous century. And that was that Yogiji says somewhere in the scriptures that we are born with a certain amount of prana life force. Pranayam, the breath, which connects to the life force. And then in this lifetime I have certain number of breaths. It's scary. Now, I don't know if this is a metaphorical way that was meant, or there really is something like this. But what I do know is that the quality of our breath reflects and has a direct impact on how we feel. So you can use this tool, knowing and mastering your breath, to reach states of mind, to shift your whole energy in literally minutes. I mean, how powerful is this? I use it personally, secretly, when I have to run to a meeting, or I feel angry, or I need to wake up, or I'm really going crazy. I secretly do this. I take 3-5 minutes before I have to step out and present in a conference. So that brings me down, that relaxes me, that focuses me. So the first breath we do is breath of fire. So the first thing we do is the long, deep breathing. It's a very natural breath, but slightly exaggerated, meaning we're gonna be inhaling with complete awareness, slightly holding at the top and then exhaling. And the master breath is known as the 1 minute breath, meaning you inhale, hold and exhale, hold for 1 minute. So 1 breath, 1 minute. This requires practice. You cannot go from being a chain smoker into a 1 minute breath just because the lungs don't have that capacity yet. But if you practice regularly, you will notice that this will actually shift and you'll become much stronger and the lungs are going to expand. So let's give it a try. We're not going to do it for a minute. You do it as long as you can hold and expand, but just picture this. As you inhale, you start from the belly all the way up, and figure out how the rib cage expands and you become this really wide person. And then the breath continues up and just nourishes the whole body as it goes. Expands the chest, goes all the way up to here. And then we exhale slowly back again from the top, the chest, rib cage comes in, and then the belly kisses the spine. Okay? So hands in Gya Mudra. We're gonna close the eyes so we can focus within. Remember, the eyes closed send us directly on our journey to discover inside us. So we're gonna exhale completely, and we're gonna start slowly building up the breath. And when you reach to the top, hold the breath in. Sip a bit more air through the nose. And slowly start exhaling. Let's do that one more time. Inhale all the way from the belly up. So this is long deep breathing. Another breath that you can do just to prepare yourself for long deep breathing is the 3-part breath. Because depending on what personality you are, and depending on the circumstances in your life, sometimes we breathe very much up here. That's smokers. Shallow breath up here, angry, short of patience, impatient about everything, that's here. Then we have really slow and kind of taking their time people. You know those guys that you have to wait for probably an hour and they're always late. That's it. There's a long breath, very calm, but lacking that power of creation. That's the tummy. And then we have the mid-range, which is probably the normal breath. But when we are exercising, we're trying to engage all three so that we can get the full prana into the body. So this is the time for you to be greedy, get everything in, gather it, hold it. So let's try a 3-part breath. You might want to lie down for this one. It's a much nicer experience. If you don't want to, you can stay with me. So exhale completely. And now we're going to slowly begin inhaling through the belly only. Only the belly rises. Separate the top part, doesn't move. Exhale, the belly goes back. And belly rises. And the belly goes down. Hold your hand on the belly so you can feel the motion. Inhale belly. And exhale. And now you're gonna hold your rib cage with both hands and you're gonna inhale and send the breath only to the sides. You can feel that, right? It's really strange how we don't separate the breath and don't have awareness. Inhale, rib cage. And exhale. Let's do one more time. Inhale the rib cage. Expand it, expand it, expand it. Hold it. And exhale. Now bring your hands to the chest. We're going to inhale only upper chest. One more time. So now we're gonna do the 3 together. So let's give it a try. We start inhaling belly, rib cage, chest. Hold it. Exhaling chest. Slowly, slowly. Rib cage and belly. And inhale. Satnam. We'll continue next time with a few other special techniques of breath. See ya.